Okay. Again, in a special way, I want to extend appreciation to you all colleagues for joining our class today. It is the 12th of May, and we want to appreciate God for having. We want to thank God for have helped us reach this very far. At least we are grateful to have had us move smoothly. Now, without wasting time, I am going to take this privilege to invite Mr. Mkalele to give some remarks, and then later on in a special invite Mr. Dumba, who is our facilitator today, taking us through the other module to deal with the use of internet and the web. So, Mr. Mkalele, I want to welcome you, offer welcoming remarks, and then invite Mr. Dumba to take us through the module.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Ogisha, for the great administration for this program. And morning, all colleagues. Now, we are on today's Friday, and we have been going through several modules. And today, according to our program, we are going to be looking at using the internet, which is one of the modules, which is in this particular occupation. Because if a learner is to be a computer application user, it's not just about typing the documents, printing. You should be able to run an enterprise. These days, the internet is part and parcel of everything that we do. And the client will tell the learner that print for me my CV, which is on email. Print for me the ministry advert, which has been ministry as a shortlist is out on the ministry website. So if you don't have internet in your maybe computer business, printing business and whatever, you will not be able to make money. I get surprised sometimes you go to NASA Road and you find this particular person does not have internet. You tell him I have work on internet. See internet again. And so the person misses out on business. Whether it is the graphics you design and send them on internet. And sometimes it may also require buying things or getting some things online for the client. So a learner may need to know how to use e-commerce. For example, going to Jumia to order for a flash, which you can be able to use deliver to a client. So the learners need basics on using e-commerce as well. So Mr. Dumba is going to be taking us through some of the basics and share experiences on how internet plays a central role at his own internet cafe, and even we are going to be looking at this in perspective of how to prepare learners so that they can type documents. We looked at the various applications and also utilize the internet in order to make money as a vocation. So computer application user is wholesome, right from setting up a computer up to through what we looked at, installing software and maintaining the computer. Then we looked at the applications. We shared several resources on Google Classroom. I uploaded them. So if you never got them, and we are going to be uploading more resources on Google Classroom. If you don't know how to join it, please, we are going to share the link on WhatsApp so you join the Google Classroom. Then today we are looking at now the internet. Then on tomorrow, we shall be doing a recap, and we are going to be passing through the notes in the books. Yeah, so we shall be passing through those notes to which are going to help us to have a quick recap of whatever we have covered in the whole week. So if you have missed any session, tomorrow we shall just have a quick recap. We shall have a recap of all what we have covered during the week. So we shall be doing that tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday. Tomorrow it will be at 11 to 1, 2 hours, and then on Sunday also we shall have 2 hours from 2 p.m. Yeah, so those 2 sessions of weekend are just a repetition of what we have done during the week, and to help us to look at the assignments that we are having. At this time, I want to request Mr. Dumba and also members, please, I'm registering the members. There is a link that we shared with you. Please, I've seen only 8 people who have registered, and I'm registering them on the DIT platform. So I've only seen 8 people, and most of the people are on application user, but you can also, if it is just the money that is making you to only do one, we can be able to understand. The other second one, you can clear it with time slowly. If you can pay the DIT fees later on, which will be needed, it will be fine. Because we want you to be available for these occupations, especially computer application users has been there for some time. Even in the past schools which got the ATPs, they only got computer application users. So many institutions have been training, but web developer is a new occupation. So when the opportunities are there for all these assessments and the like, there will be more market, by the way, for web developer. Because the few schools doing, there are very few people who have done that occupation. Actually, we might be the pioneers, those who are doing, because it is a new occupation. So we'll be the pioneers with the certificate. But computer application user has been there for some time, and it's there. But I'm not discouraging you. Please do what you can. Let us have this on our CV, and also help us to prepare our learners as we move. So thank you very much. At this time, I want to invite Mr. Dumba to take up the discussion, and then we proceed.
Good morning, everyone. I hope I'm clear, Rogers.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm here to quickly take you people through module 4 of the computer applications user. Like Roger says, it's more about sharing experiences because many of us have been using the internet over the years. Like me, I had my first Yahoo, I think it was a Yahoo email almost 20 years ago. So we've been using this, all of us now. I just want to go through these five sections of module 4. And in the first one, we are going to learn how to, we are going to see, let's talk about browsers. Maybe just 2 people can help me. Which browser do you have on your computer? Let us get 2 people, share with us. Which browser? Anyone? Anyone to contribute? Yes, Charles. Shakira says she's using Chrome.
Google Chrome.
I use Google Chrome. Then Shakira Najemba also using Chrome. Now the question is, why do you use Chrome? We have many browsers. So can you share? Because the kid will ask you, sir, why do we have Chrome? Javira Peter says he uses Firefox and Google Chrome. Anyone with the answer, with an answer, with an idea why they use the particular browser they are using? Oh, no one. Wamala, you're unmuted.
Mr. Dumba.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
I can give an example. Me, I'm good in using Google Chrome.
Yes.
That if you compare that web browser, if you compare it to Firefox and other web browsers, that you can find that Google Chrome, it is fast compared to other web browsers.
Yes. Shakira said the same. Shakira Najemba says, for me, I love Google because it is easier to access all Google apps. So it's the convenience. Now, there's something I want to hint on. For a person like me, who is using, Shakira says she's using phonics. Yeah, I hate phonics. Now, this is my class. And 6 GB of RAM. Now, on my laptop, yes, I use Chrome. But then in the computer lab, because I'm using thin clients, that is where there is one system unit and 10 monitors attached to it. I would have loved to use Chrome, but truth be told, because it takes a lot of RAM, a lot of resources. When I install Chrome on that system, the computer will slow down. So I find myself using Opera browser. Some phones also have a browser called Opera Mini. So at least you'll have reasons, because a kid will ask me, why is it that in the cafe we are using Chrome and yet in the school lab we are using Opera Mini? Yes, Chrome is fast, it's efficient, but it guzzles. It's a RAM guzzler. It takes a lot of your RAM. So I find that in some environments, I'll use a lighter browser. Then also, if you look at this the ATP and this training manual, we are going to use, one of the things we are supposed to teach our students is how to use social media. And in particular, these people selected Facebook. Now, when Facebook is blocked, as of now, officially, it is not yet, we are not yet free to use it, but we have to teach these kids how to use Facebook safely, of course, because they already, I know many of them already have their accounts. I find that this other browser that I use in the computer lab, it is easier to connect, it has an inbuilt VPN. You just toggle a button and VPN is on. Then you can access Facebook. And when you're done, just press the button and it is off. I don't know whether we have someone with a computer. There are a few things we want to do physically, practically. Anyone who can share their screen with us, who is ready to share their screen? Okay, if there is no one, I can still share my screen. Mr. Rogers or Mr. Dennis, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see it clearly, sir.
Okay, now we want to install a browser. And we want to download a browser, sorry. So how are we going to do this? I'll use Chrome. I also use Chrome, by the way. And I want to download Chrome. But I don't simply download Chrome. When you click download Chrome, you are going to download a very small file which must be used when your computer is connected to the internet. So if you want to have an installer that can be used on another computer without internet, you'll choose offline installer. So I'll click download and then offline install. So let me click here. And then I'll go to download Chrome. Now, notice what we are getting here. thing will always confuse us. Let us go to the folder. Now, the offline installer, I don't know, is it still downloading? It is so small a file. If I look here, this file is less than 2 MB. So I'll insist and go back. I want to get the offline installer of Google, which is far bigger than this. So I might avoid the official website and scroll down. Now let me go to Ask VG. I have used this, so I'll go to download. And then here, it will tell me direct download links added for latest Google Chrome offline installers. So let us click and see whether we can get the direct link. So here, direct downloading for Chrome 113 offline installer. So this is 94 MB. So this is the file that you see here, it's 93 MB. This is the file that I can put on a flash disk and take to another computer which doesn't have internet, and I will have installed Chrome. So that is about downloading Chrome. The installation part, we did some installation during, I think it was our first lesson where we installed some software. So we are not going to go through the installation, but it is pretty simple. You double click and answer in the affirmative, and within a minute or two, you have Chrome on your computer. Now, there is something that is interesting about configuring your browser. Let us do this. Let me continue downloading, but I want to close this browser. Now let me open Chrome again. Have you noticed that whenever you open Google Chrome, you get that page? You get the search, the search page. You can change this. And how are you going to do that? For example, I have Izon School of Computing, my school's website. If I want a person to always see that website first time when they open their browser, I'll go to the right-hand side of my browser and then go to settings. Of course, there are many things you can do to configure the browser. Here, we are just talking about just a few. You can discover the rest on your own during your practice. So here we are in the settings of Chrome. Then I will go on Startup. What do you want your browser to do on Startup? It will, by default, open the new tab page. You can ask it to continue where you left off, or you can tell it to open a specific page or set of pages. So I'll click here and then click Add a new page. So I'll type izonschool.com and then click Add. You can even add another page and another page and another page. Now let us close this browser and let us open once again. So I'm going to open Google Chrome. So when I open Google Chrome, what page does it open? By default, it has always been opening the Google search page. But you notice that this time when I open Google Chrome, it is opening my website. This can be done for marketing purposes. You can go to an internet cafe, sit on the computers, and you change the start pages. And truth be told, not many people know this setting. So the attendant in the cafe will be there looking at whenever they open Google Chrome, it is Izon that comes. Yeah, by the time they discover what to do, at least some people have seen what you are trying to advertise. I want to make sure that I'm not leaving anyone behind. Can I have a few questions or comments on this? Anyone with a suggestion? Anyone with a comment? Okay. No one. Then the issues to do with searching all our life on Google. I think more than 90% of the time we are searching. So the most common search tool that I use is Google. Searching is as simple as how to start a business in Uganda. And then you are given all the answers there. And there are many options. Searching, I won't dwell so much about browsing or searching the internet. I want to talk about, yes, please.
I wanted to ask a question. Now,
Yes.
it is this thing of advanced search. Sometimes, how to start a business of Uganda, but they have asked me to go and present. And I don't have time, I have 5 minutes. How can I tell Google to just give me PowerPoint presentations? Not just blogs, notes, and other things.
Okay, if you want a PowerPoint presentation, you go to how to start a business in Uganda and put PTX. Then I'll click. So most likely I'll get a PPT somewhere, business environment in Uganda. And there is a doc here. There is a PDF there. And something like that. Rogers, do you have another suggestion?
Yes, I want you to just add something small there on just click before the word PPTX. And type there the word file type and put colon. File type, one word with no space. File type. Type.
Then, sorry.
Yeah.
File type.
And then search.
So
you can see
we
now
have PPTs here,
direct PPTs,
only PPTs without going to search the entire web for even the irrelevant pages.
Yeah. So you can use that.
By the way,
if you want a PDF, you can give on the
PDF here. Then also the other thing may be that I'd forgotten, you can even use images, by the way. Google has options where you can search for only images. For example, if I went to images here and put Kampala, I will get only images, no stories. And that is it. Okay. By the way, there are many other ways of searching. Google is so powerful. You can even search for something using. Now, like if you see this icon, Rogers, can you see an icon that I've clicked on, that I'm about to click on?
Yes.
If I clicked on it, I can upload an image. And let me see, what do I look for? I wish I had something like a flash disk. Let me just click on this. Now let me click on this one. And then click open. So Google will upload an image. For example, there is sometime a client brought an item I did not understand. I took a picture of it and used Google to search for it. Now here I am. When I click that image, Google will try to look for images that look like it. Something like that. But I wanted to talk about plugins. Plugins add functionality to our browsers. For example, there is a plugin, or there are many plugins, by the way. In the Internet Cafe business, we print a lot of work, sometimes direct from the websites. So what do we do if you want to print work from the website? Yes, you can copy and paste in a Word document, but there is also a plugin. And how am I going to do this? Let me go to Google and search for a plugin called Print Friendly and PDF. I use this plugin so much. Print Friendly and PDF. Then I'll click on the Chrome extension. So it will ask me, you want to add to Chrome? Yes. So I'll add this plugin to Chrome. I'll click Add to Chrome. So it's checking compatibility. And it will ask me, add extension? Yes. So we are adding the extension. Now, the plugin has been added to our extension. If I want it near, I can click on this puzzle icon, and then I see the plugins. I have a Kaspersky protection plugin here, and a Print Friendly and PDF plugin. So I can decide to pin this plugin such that it is always there. Now let us visit the website of ICT Teachers Association. I told you, I want to remind you that Rogers is the brain behind this website here. So let's go down. And so you find a good article by Mr. Ogwal, Empowering the Girl Child, Bridging the Digital Gender, so on, so on, so on. So what do we do? So when you click on this article, it's going to load, of course. But then on loading, you want to print this out. One option is copying these contents, copying and then pasting in a Word document. You can see even the advertisements are part of the website. So what we do, when this page loads, I'll click on this icon here, Print Friendly. So I'll click on it. And then it will bring options here, print, PDF, email. So I'll choose PDF. So I'll click on the PDF icon. So it's preparing a PDF file. Then I'll click download your PDF. And here it is, it's downloaded. So if I click on this article, you see I now have a PDF document of Mr. Ogwal's article. Clean, no adverts. If you notice, it removed the advertisements and I have my PDF, my article in PDF. So it is easier to print this than printing this article the way it was. If you were asked to print this, it will bring these advertisements and a lot of other caveat. So that is about plugins. I don't want to dwell so much about the browsing. Allow me skip to Rogers and Mr. Ogisha, please, when there are questions, I ask that the teachers raise their hands and I attend to them. Because you say we have just an hour, so covering all this, I may talk endlessly while and leave some behind. Let's talk about part 2 of module 4. But in part 2, we are going to talk about email. But truth be told, I believe everyone here has used emails. Maybe just to make sure we are together. Which email service do people use? By show of hands, I want to know what email service people prefer or people are using.
Gmail.
Scovia. Gmail. Scovia raised the hand. She's using Gmail. Yeah. Now people are using Gmail. I too am using. Charles, yes?
I also use Gmail.
Yeah. By the way, let me tell you something. I had a Gmail account, but this Gmail account was not the Gmail account that I wanted. So it was hidden. So I always used Yahoo. Sometime Roger said, young man, you don't have a Gmail account. I told him, I have. My business has a Gmail account. It's on way at gmail.com. But my account was like Stephen Dumba dot and some digits. I thought that I have now outgrown that type of email, and I wanted an email which resembled exactly my Yahoo account. And over the years, Gmail had refused to give this to me. But one day when I tried, I was lucky that Gmail now accepted to give me the account that I wanted. You see, my Gmail account is stephen.dumba@gmail.com. Previously, Gmail would tell me they cannot give me this. So that's why I was not using it. But now here we are, and not surprisingly, everyone has a Gmail account. We use it to send messages and many, many other things. You cannot start a Google Classroom when you don't have a Gmail account. But now, I want to share just one thing. I want to compose an email. Who can tell me where to click here on this page? Someone?
There is a pencil there.
Scovia says I click on a pencil. Now, I'm going to write an email to Rogers. Dear IT lessons. And then I'm going to type everything. Then I want to say here the password details to the school account. Now, I know that this email can be intercepted. I don't know. Rogers, have you heard about Parliament's Twitter account that it has been hacked?
Yes, yes.
Now, we are prone to all these things here. So I want to send account details to Rogers, but I know somewhere, somehow, someone, or even one of you would hack into Rogers's account. I can do something here. What does this icon here do? Anyone with an idea? I've finished typing my email and I want to write to Rogers. Who has an idea what this icon, the one I'm hovering over, does? No one? Okay, without wasting time. This icon toggles confidential mode. If I clicked on it, I can decide that this email expires in 1 week, in 1 day, 1 month, or 5 years. So let me give it 1 day. And then to access it, they must send an SMS code. Then I'll click save and then send. For now, sorry, I can verify the identity using an SMS. So I'll put, where is Uganda? We have Uganda in this list. ST, the code, let us ignore the code. Let me just do without an SMS code. So I will not require an SMS code. So let me ask it to expire within a week and then save and then send. Now, when Rogers receives this email, if you suggest maybe a week or a day and whatever you choose, Rogers will read that email once and he will not get it again. Rogers, I think you've experienced something like this before, isn't it? Rogers, are you with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah.
Yes, and actually I've received your email, but it is showing here. I don't know if you can see my screen.
Yes, we can.
So it says content expires on 19th May.
19th May.
Yes.
So that is it. Mhm.
We have a hand from Charles. I don't know, this
Yes,
may be
yes,
part
Charles.
of the land. Mm.
Charles, please. Okay, as we wait for Charles, I want to remind everyone that I have notes on email that you can use for your classes. I have a PDF here of using email. It was created what is an email, popular email providers, and the years in which they have created the advantages of using email, signing up for email, what you need, and almost everything to do with email.
100 slides. Good.
Yeah, so Rogers, you will help us and upload this to, you'll upload that to you'll upload that to the Google Classroom, and people can start with that for their classes, their email classes. Sometimes what you can do, you give these notes to the learners, then they go and visit a cafe, or those who are fortunate to have internet at home can go through them such that when it comes to time for teaching, you're just doing a recap with them, because understanding email well will take a lot of time. If you have 80 students in the lab, you know that they will not be at the same level. So it's good for them to practice before the lesson. The other issue we're supposed to talk about is social media. By show of hands, which social media accounts are you people using? Maybe some 2 or 3 people. Which social media accounts are you using? Oh, Rogers, I'll start with you. For you, I can pause. Yes, we have John Bosco.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning to you, Bosco.
Thank you for the presentation. I joined in late, but I'm trying to follow now. Media accounts or media handles that are commonly used. One of them is WhatsApp. We also have IG, that's Instagram. There is also Facebook, which is almost fading, but I call it fading because commonly people are not so much on it, though it is it's also among. Then there is also this we call it the TikTok trending media handles people are using. Maybe I can leave others for someone to add on. Thank you.
We want the ones you're using. Are you using all of them?
I'm using those ones I've mentioned. Those ones I've mentioned.
Thank you, Bosco. Then we have a hand from Benedict. Mr. Juana Benedict, which social media platforms are you using?
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Dumba. I use WhatsApp, Facebook, and Telegram. Those
and
three.
Telegram. Wow. A hand from a lady. We need a hand from a lady. Ovia.
I use WhatsApp, Telegram.
Yes, Telegram.
Yeah, a little bit of Facebook.
A little bit of Facebook. Shakira uses Imo too. Now, Rogers. Maybe
yes.
People are mentioning, Wamala Osama has mentioned something that I was about to complain about. Wamala Osama has done us the favor. Yes, people are using Telegram. Jamada is using Botim. A lot of experiences here. Now, the social media handles that you people are using, I mean, pages that you people are using, are your schools also on these social media pages? DIT is a practical course. How you tell a student the advantages of using these social media pages when the school where you are is not using, or your business is not using them. It takes us back to the old curriculum. But truth be told, okay, in my assignment today, I won't talk much about social media because we're already using it. I'm going to ask everyone those who have, log into your Twitter accounts. Those who don't have, start a Twitter account, create a Twitter account, and then follow ICT Teachers Association of Uganda. Follow and make just one comment. Mr. Rogers. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I was giving an assignment for social media that our colleagues here, those who don't have Twitter, create a Twitter account and then follow the ICT Teachers Association of Uganda, and even at least comment on one of the posts there. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yeah, and officially, I think I can share my screen. We are supposed to be on these pages as teachers of ICT. Let us go through the experience of having these pages and let us learn how other people are using them, and then also be ready for any problems ahead of us. If you're not there, you're going to have issues. Let me search here. Okay. Trinity College Nabingo has an official Twitter account. Now you, with your school there, I can come up with a school account and start communicating on your behalf without your knowledge. So it is good if you or your school had a Twitter account. Let me take the example of Parliament's Twitter page was hacked, I think. Now let me go down. Here it is. Say this is the page officially of the Twitter page of Parliament of Uganda. Someone hacked into it, changed the username, and there it is, Ravisa. This is the problem of putting people in places who are not competent enough. Although I don't want to dwell so much on competence, it can happen to anyone. But some of these could be easily avoided if we start using these accounts early enough, know the dangers and know things like two-factor authentication and other mitigations. So now I want to talk about the cloud. Personally, when it comes to the cloud, I use so much of Google Drive, although there are many other ways we use the cloud. In my Gmail account here, if I go to these 9 dots called the Google App Launcher, Google Apps Launcher, there are many things I can see. My account, Google Search, Business Profile Manager, Maps, YouTube, Play, and many others. Now, for me, I want to look for Drive. Where am I leaving it? Okay. Google One. Help me. My screen is having. Okay. Here is Drive. So if I clicked on Drive, let us see what Drive does for us. In Google Drive, I have this on my drive. I have many things. I have many things that are stored on this drive. For example, I had a trip to Kasese some time back. I created a folder and put these pictures here. So I can access them anytime, anywhere on planet Earth. Updraft Plus is one of the folders I use to back up my websites. So whenever the website is backed up, the files come here. Then if I want there's some specific software that I need, this is a folder. Let me open one of the folders. So I have Handbrake and Deep Freeze. I have them here. Anytime anyone needs them, even when I'm in a taxi, I simply share with them this link and they will have their files. So for me, that's how I use the cloud. So you can notice I have very many things that I store on my Google Drive. I also have notes for Google Drive. I'm going to share there on another computer. I'm going to share with you these notes. But maybe let me just illustrate how I use this. In my drive, if there is something that I want to keep for future use and always with me, I'll click on new. Then it will ask me, what do you want? Need a new folder? Then I'll choose yes. I can call this folder DIT stuff. So I have a folder, DIT stuff, and I'll click create. So here is my folder. So I will double click on this folder and then let me drag the files that I need. Table of contents for computer application user. So I'll simply drag and drop here. So in my drive, I'm going to, it's uploading and the file is going to get there. Then I also have this work, email. This is the work I promised to share with you. I'll simply drag it to and drop it in this folder. So I don't have to move with a flash disk. I don't have to move with an external drive. I have my work there. All I have to do is have access. I must have access to my Gmail account. So whether I'm in Mbarara, Jinja, Lira, or Busia, and you asked for this file about email, just in case I forget to share it with you, I'll simply share that link with you. So you see, email is there with me. So I can simply share this file with you. I can click get link or share, and then let me share this with Rogers. So I'll put M. Rogers for Christ. Then I say, please share this file with the participants. Share this file with the file, and I'll give him rights. He's an editor, no problem. You can either choose whether someone is simply a viewer, a commenter, or an editor. But I trust Rogers, so even if I gave him editor rights, then I click send. So now Rogers has the file and he's going to put it in Google Classroom. We are running out of time. I want to use the remaining minutes. I want Rogers to share with us about e-commerce. That's the last part of the using the internet and World Wide Web. Rogers, are you with us?
Yes. Thank you very much, Mr. Dumba. Members, Mr. Dumba today is looking at, we are looking at using the internet. Mr. Dumba, able to see my screen?
Yes, I can see it clearly.
Okay, so in this module, this is module 4 of the Uganda Vocational Qualification ICT Practitioner. And after completion of this module, a trainee shall be able to utilize the internet or web. And Mr. Dumba has really shared about using the browser, the internet, social media. Now, there's something I wanted to tell you here. He has also told us about files, sharing files online. But these ATPs were having some few anomalies, and there's other versions, which the revised version which are going to come out. And those versions are the ones who were used actually when they were making the book. So if you look here, there is some small anomaly here. Learning working assignment 4 out of 4 is transfer files, and then 5 is cloud. And here in this summary here, they never indicated the e-commerce bit, but they put health. But when you go to the detailed section, there is use browser, use email, use social media is the 3rd. And then the 4th is use cloud. There is no transfer files, use cloud. It's the one which is even used for transferring files. And they indicate, they put there, use e-commerce, which is now LUA 5, or learning working assignment 5, which had not been listed at first. So there are some, when you observe some few small anomalies, just know the ATPs are going to be, there are some small revisions which are going to be made to fix them. Now, this one here on learning working assignment, it was adopted, and even in the training manuals that were designed, it is there, it is covered. And when you get the training manuals, you will see the some notes and some other things that you need to do. But let me just talk about this briefly on using an e-commerce site. So signing up for an account, searching items to add it to cart, and then they talked about comparing different markets. Now, members, let me ask you some small question here. What are some of the common e-commerce sites that you know that have that people use to buy things online? Which have you used any e-commerce site, any website to buy something online? Charles?
Have you ever used the Jumia?
Yeah, I've used Jumia. Thank you very much. So Jumia is one of the popular, and even in the training manual, they used Jumia to demonstrate. Now, Jumia is one of the most, one of the popular e-commerce sites that we have. And personally, when I was in lockdown, I was going here. We used to buy some few things in here. So are you able to go online and create an account, sign in, and be able to explore whatever you want, make an order for it, and even pay online? So this is something that we needed to be able to guide learners, this business of add to cart and then everything. Now I want to demonstrate this. I want to demonstrate something here for members, but I'm not going to buy money here on Jumia. I'm going to buy on another site that I can pay some money. So I'm just going to pay money there so that I don't make a loss, because I'm not in. I don't want to order for something now. I'm going to use Shareability. Now, Shareability is also having an e-commerce section. When you go to Shareability and then you click on Premium, I have some things that I sell. This is what called check and buy items on sale. And actually, even you teachers, those who are doing web development, you can actually also put e-commerce on your website. So if I come here, there is something I'm going to show you. There is what called add to cart. So you should be familiar with this, add to cart. And when you click on add to cart, the same thing that is on Jumia. You can choose the quantity. So I wanted this scheme of work for reading. for term 1, add to cart. Then from there, after adding to cart, let me try to add to cart here. I should be able to see the cart. The cart is my shopping basket, okay? And when I go to my shopping basket, I'll have to see where there is view cart. So this online shopping experience needs to be known to us. So when I go there, okay, so I have to check out now. If I have, there's something known as a coupon code, which you can use. If you have a coupon code, it could be giving you a discount or giving you free access to get that, to order for that particular item that you want to order for. Now, on each of these payment platforms, you'll find what we call payment gateways. So there is a part here where you fill in your details, where you can fill in your details, and then from there, you can place order. Now on Shareability, we use, there's what called mobile money, Visa, and MasterCard. And there is something I want to tell you here. How do you buy things online? You can buy using mobile money, but some of the platforms don't have mobile money. So you may need to use Visa or MasterCard. And I'm going to be sharing with you something here. So for us, we have mainly been using, these virtual cards of Airtel Money and MTN Mobile Money, but these days they are not working well. So you can use your bank ATM card, but there is this platform here. Let me just share with you. So I'm going to share my screen here on phone. So you can get an account from your bank, and most of the banks, they don't enable online payments by default. You have to tell your bank that, okay, this card of mine, enable it to pay online. But if you don't have that, you can use this app called Cheaper. Personally, I have an account. I've installed it recently. This Cheaper is a good one. It allows you to add cash. So you can add cash from your mobile money. You just put in, maybe I want to add maybe 2,000. And then from there, I'm going to use my MTN, and then it is going to ask me to, it is going to say depositing money, and then it is going to ask me to put in my PIN here. So yeah, so it is going to initiate, and it's going to ask me to put in my PIN. So when I put in my PIN, it's going to deposit money here on my wallet. Okay, so this is a digital wallet that you can be able to use. But you must have money. I don't know whether I have money on my MTN account. Then after you have loaded money, you can come this side where there is card. So it allows you to create what we call a Visa card. So I have my card here. So I can be able to show card details. I'm not going to show card details because if I show them, you may be able to buy things using my card. So I can use this Visa card on Jumia or on Shareability or whichever platform online. And I just put in my details. And when I say place order, it is going to allow me to pay online. So let me just show you something. So you can do this. I want you members who have attended this training to learn something new. Okay, if you have never bought something online and you are the teacher teaching children, so how will you really explain to them that for me, e-commerce, when you're just talking theoretically, you should be able to buy things online and be able to. So I'm going to come here, say I've read my instructions, I say place order. Okay, so once I put in this, they are saying invalid. Okay, I didn't put the .net. I didn't complete the email correctly. So it's going to now ask me to place order. it's the same experience that you can meet on Jumia or wherever you may be. Okay, so when I'm here, it is going to say, okay, this is my order, and then I say pay now. And when I say pay now, it is going to take me to the checkout. And the checkout is where I'll put in the other card of mine in order to make the payment. Yeah, so you can install this cheaper app and create a card and cancel the card, and you can really demonstrate with your learners. You can demonstrate to your learners practically, not just theoretically. I know most of us have taught e-commerce. Yeah, we have taught about e-commerce to our learners, but we have never done it. So we are just teaching theory. So we need to be able to teach learners and then have them utilize. Now, for us here on this platform, we used Flutterwave, and Flutterwave payment gateway. It allows you to pay in Google Pay, but you can also switch. On this side, you have what we call the card. Okay, so I can put in my card details here, and then on this side there is the mobile money. Where if I just want to pay using mobile money, I can just put in my line here, and then it can be able to allow me to pay. Yeah, so with the card details of Visa, you can use them. But on some platforms online, there is no mobile money option. That's why I was showing you the card. So the card details, you put them here. I'm not going to put them there because I don't want them to be captured, but I can put my mobile money. So let me try to put mobile money. So this is the online payment. Okay, so I'm paying 2,000. So here I'm confident I can pay this 2,000 because it is going to go back to the bank account of Shareability. I didn't want to buy on Jumia, and I give Jumia money for free. So it sends you what called an OTP on your phone. So if you look at my phone here, they have sent me an ATP. They have sent me a code here on my phone, which I can be able to input onto this page. Okay, so what I'm doing, members, I want you to try it out. You try it out. If you want, I'm going to create I'm going to upload a small product of 500 shillings. You can try and go and see if you can buy online on Shareability. So it is going to ask me to put in my card here to validate. So my PIN, so I'm going to put in the PIN. And the moment I put in the PIN, the system should detect that the system should be able to detect that the system should be able to detect that the payment has been or the payment is being completed. You see, it's telling me your payment was completed, transaction was completed successfully. Okay, so so from there I should be able to now access it will tell me my order has been processed, and it is going to give me access. So there are some people who normally come to Shareability, they don't know. After buying, and they say, I've bought it, I've not seen my work. After buying, then it will allows you to download this scheme of work. This is scheme of work. So on Shareability, we have resources which are free, and then we have some which, to get their premium, you first pay the 2,000, and then you can download your resources. So as you can see here, I have managed to download, and I have my scheme of work, which I have downloaded from Shareability, which this scheme of work was not free. For it required what? Paying. It is behind the paywall before I could access the thing. So you can see on Shareability, e-commerce is working perfectly. And members who are learning web developer, you can also do this. You can do your platform. It can be a project with your ICT club, or then they put their products and people can buy and they get money. So for me, I've got this 2,000 and it's going into my bank account. Okay. So basically, this is something that I wanted to quickly demonstrate. And also, I wanted also to tell you about, so I was telling you about e-commerce site. There is something also that we discussed. This presentation I'm going to share with you. It is connected with social media and online. And it also has something to do with the health bit. If you go to this ATP back here, let me go back to the ATP of ICT practitioner. So this was signing up. There is the comparing of different markets. This one you can do it using what we call reviews. So if I want maybe to do domain registrar reviews, you can always use what we call the reviews online. They can help you to compare different markets. So if I want to buy domains, I can use what we call these reviews. They can help, they put side by side various e-commerce sites and which are selling this given product, and they can help you to review. So in this particular section, that's what they wanted. But down here, there is this other part of health, occupational health and safety. Most of the things that we discussed in the first module, Mr. Ogisha made the presentation about occupational health. They cut across the hygiene, setting up the workplace, documentations. Now there is this firefighting, which is a part of our work. In case there is anything, fire extinguisher should be there to help in firefighting in any workplace, whether it is web developer, application user, or any other. Now, there is this last one of safe browsing behavior. This one, and then the ICT ethics. This one's here, they are part and parcel of the online work. Okay, so learners should be sure and should be careful with their, this is what you call internet etiquette, and also the digital footprint as they use the social media. They need to know. There's this presentation we had at some point when we were looking at, we were with the Internet Society. Okay, so with Internet Society, we had this presentation. I'm going to share it with you. We had it at Makerere College. Okay, so we looked at the digital footprint, how to the etiquette and the safety online and social media. So Mr. Dumba talked about the Twitter. You have to be careful what you are posting online on Twitter. So there is some video here which talks about the online
cover your parking costs. It could create the impression.
Yeah, so the online business and what happens. Even as teachers, whether we should interact with learners on Facebook and whatever we need to do, and how to do the privacy settings in Facebook and all these other social media platforms and the etiquette. Yeah, so these resources, being teachers, I know we already know many of these. We are going to be sharing lots of these resources so that when we are handling our learners, we can do our plan and we see what shall we teach in senior 1, what shall we teach in senior 2, what shall we teach. By senior 3, the learners should pass through all these modules, which we are passing through in 2 weeks. They should be able to pass through all these modules in the 3 years. So for us, we're empowering you with these resources and sharing these experiences. So it is going to be you to plan how to handle how to prepare your learners so that they can be prepared for the world of work. And yesterday I told members about this thing, which is the information about DIT being suspended and all that. It's just a momentous thing, but vocational skilling is part of the curriculum. So in case even if they suspend the senior 3s, maybe to do next year or whatever, it is still us just giving us more time to prepare our learners. Yeah, but let us wait for the ministry. They will share and give us guidelines exactly on what is again. So at this time, I want to end here. Maybe I would ask Mr. Rugwana says he has ever bought items on shareability. Thank you very much. If you have any comments or any questions, I think we are ending at this point. Mr. Ogisha. I don't know if you
All
are.
right. No, I just want to extend my gratitude to Mr. Dumba for the earliest presentation he made in regard to this use of internet and the web. Very insightful experiences. Now, colleagues, I think that experience, I know, will empower us to have a very good delivery. I also want to appreciate him for sharing in advance that detailed email presentation. I think while Mr. Rogers will share it in the Google Classroom, I humbly appeal to colleagues to utilize it as a teaching aid while handling email. Now, I also appreciate Mr. Mukalele. Thank you for giving us that experience through e-commerce, and I implore all the colleagues to support Shareability Uganda by buying some of the premium resources and then maybe using any other products we provide. So unless there is a person in the chat who has a question or comment, we already in 11, we have had a session. So I want to thank you for attending the session. There is a person who has a comment. Earlier, one of the colleagues had a question regarding to using Google to search picture by filtering pictures. So I don't know whether we have Mr. Dumba on call who can respond to this. Mr. Dumba, earlier you are demonstrating how we can use Google and Google Chrome and search engine for Google to search image, but particularly using a picture that is to locate perhaps pictures that are similar. I'm retrieving that. I think that is Madam Scovia Najemba had requested you to have a recap on how that is done.
Okay, so she wants to, how we can search using pictures.
Yes.
Let me illustrate something. Yeah, I hope it doesn't take a while. I'm going to take a picture. I've just taken a picture to transfer it to the computer. And let me see whether I can get a picture very fast here. Okay. My phone is more of a camera, forgive me. So I think this is the picture we are looking for. Now, let me give a real case scenario. One day a client came with something that I didn't know. And she asked me, what is this? I didn't know what it was sincerely, but because I'm technical, so she thought I knew what it was. So here I have this. What I'm going to do, I'm going to open google.com. Now I have the picture on my desktop. So I'll click here, search by image. Then I'll upload the file, which is this, and then click open. So what do we have? Oh, forgive my internet. Forgive my internet. You can even do it on phone. Oh, am I clear by the way? Mr. Wagisha, am I there? Hello?
Yes, Mr. Dumba.
Okay. So when I did that, Google will bring me suggestions. Oh, these here. So somehow I will figure out what this is. And most likely it is a flash disk. And simply click here. Maybe see. So only that this one is being mistaken for a USB dongle. You get it? It gives you other images which look like it. I hope I've helped. Does this help? Was it Scovia asking? I don't remember. Rogers?
Yes.
Yeah, I think we've lost Wagisha, but I hope that helps. That's how I use the Google.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Mr. Wamala says it was a challenge. It was a challenge for him downloading articles. Yeah, with a plugin, and plugins come. There are many plugins to solve almost every challenge we have on the internet. Over to you, Rogers. I don't know whether it's time you can close the session.
Okay, it's okay. So members, thank you very much for joining in today. The members who have not, like I said, those who have not yet registered, please register. Today is Friday. There is a link that we shared in the WhatsApp group. And if there's any of you who has not seen it, fill in the, you can just give us A level, pass slip, and then the other details, you select the whatever you are going to do. And then after that, you submit so that you can be able to submit. And then I'm going to call each one and I find out, because we want to go and buy the books today, so that we can do over the weekend, we can start distributing them to the members. Those who cannot pick them, they are far, they will find them during the workshop, which we are also going to, after you have registered, we are going to organize our workshop. At first we wanted something big and even invite the other people from Itaú and others, but let us just do a simple thing internally so that if there are many people again, you fail to do the hands-on. So let us do something and then we can be able to get value from this accordingly. Then I've already posted I'm going to share in the WhatsApp group. I've already put up a product, 500 shillings, some good PDF having over 500 pages talking about Google Cloud. You can try it out. Yeah, other resources are going to be on Google Classroom. Thank you very much, and may God bless you all.
All right, members, we are going to therefore end at this very point. We have Mr. Omala. Thank you for the appreciation. We receive it cordial and warmly. So colleagues, till then, I wish you a good day. Let's look forward to meeting at 8 p.m.